Hi, and welcome at the demo for the Agent Academy Hackathon 2026. For the next 4 minutes, I'm going to walk you through our client kickoff skill. My name is Albert-Jan Schot, and before we dive into the demo, let's have a quick problem statement. What we see is that we do a lot of proposals for our clients, client signs the proposal, and then what we typically do is we'll need to plan a project kickoff or a client kickoff. Now, what we did is we translated that kickoff process into a skill, and the skill is a two-part skill. First, it's the analyze phase, and then does the execution. So what happens is it first analyzes the proposal, it summarizes it, it identifies deliverables in the process, it identifies tasks, and finally the team working on it. It will provide you with those details and say, I found those people in your tenants, or not if it can't find them. And then it will say, are you okay with this? Do you want me to plan the project kickoff? It will set up a calendar, it will set up the invite for the team, it will give you a set of topics to discuss during the meeting. And then finally, it sends an intake email to the finance department with the details required to create a project in the finance system. So everyone can start working on it and we actually can start planning. So it sounds rather straightforward, and it actually is. So let's go to our demo. First of all, what we have is we have Copilot Cowork. And in Cowork, what I can do is because I created a skill, I can run that skill. I can say I'm going to run the client kickoff skill. I'm going to attach a cloud file. And if all is well, I have a proposal. So I'm going to pick that proposal and let's have a look. What I can then do is I can say, well, let's run. And what happens is it will wait a second for it to upload. And there we go. So I see the file being processed. It will start identifying what it needs to do. And then it will say, I'm going to execute next steps. So we're going to wait a second for it to run. There we go. Let's get started. And while we are running, let's have a quick look at our PowerPoint. The PowerPoint is a proposal with an introduction, with some details, a description of the context and the challenges, the vision, desired future state, our proposed direction, approach that we figured is making this sense, an investment overview, and some details about our company, Bliss Digital. And there we go. So we see that it created a project summary. It figured out what the deliverables are. It found an attendee list. It also found that this person, the client, is not in my tenant. It's not available, so I can't use it. What I can say, well, I'm going to exclude them for now. I'm going to say submit. Now, since it's been running for a while, we're not going to wait for it. We're going to quickly switch to the previous one so we can actually see what happens. Let's go to my Copilot. We see here kickoff meeting preparation. You see the same steps. So here said it reads and analyzes the project, creates a kickoff meeting, and it sends an intake email. So what happens is it says, this is the meeting invite, this is the agenda Word document, intake email being sent, and steps that you see in here are actually being executed, making it way easier for me to prepare for a meeting. What I get is I get a proposal, I give the proposal to my skill, and poof, there we go. It creates everything for me.